this week, Kenny Dalglish returned to the Anfield hot seat. Now 12 months on, he stands on the threshold of another Wembley final with the Reds. The League Cup has thrown up tricky trips all the way for Dalglish's men, and the semi-final draw was unkind as well, with Premier League leaders Manchester City now standing in the Reds' way. Lee Mason is the man in the middle who takes charge of what is a massive tie between two huge clubs. And just by the players on show, you can see how much this does mean to the two clubs, the managers and the fans, and also to the players out there tonight. This is what football's about, isn't it, Gary?
Well, I think when you reach this sort of stage in any sort of competition, I think it's always a big occasion, and when you put probably two of the biggest clubs in English football together, then it just emphasises the fact that this is a massive, massive game.
Here we go then, 180 minutes to decide who will go to Wembley in the League Cup final of 2012. And a first touch here. Skirtle. Spearing. And towards Downing. Carroll gets around Savage. Andy Carroll for Liverpool. Really good stop by Joe Hart. But again, Liverpool almost striking early at the Etihad. He was brave and he was honest there, Carroll. Many other players could have gone down in that situation. Joe Hart forced into an excellent save. And Liverpool almost getting first blood. And now they have defending to do as Balotelli tries to get in behind Martin Skirtle. It was a good recovery challenge.
It's a lovely little ball down just the side of Savage, I think it is. And he uses his strength, does Andy Carroll, just out-muscles him. And then it's a decent strike. But you've got to give Joe Hart all the credit. He spreads himself, makes himself big.
Spearing. Glenn Johnson. Heavily involved on that left side so far. Adam Johnson has had to do some tracking back.
I think 10 minutes, or just under 10 minutes gone, Liverpool will be happy with the way they've started. I think they've dominated possession again, and they've looked dangerous as well.
Stuart Downing. Steven Gerrard goes early and forces Joe Hart into a really good stop. Almost caught out the England goalkeeper there.
But he does well, Steven Gerrard. He opens his body up, really lovely, sets up the shot, and uses the defender in front of him. I think it's Gareth Barry, just uses him as a shield to bend the ball round. There's not a great deal of pace on it, but it's very, very accurate. And it forces Joe Hart to get down low to his left-hand side. But again, it's a big, strong wrist from the goalkeeper that palms it wide.
Two big stops from the Manchester City goalkeeper in the first 10 minutes. That's for Stuart Downing. And he's caught it well, and it's another brilliant save. And Liverpool are denied again. Stuart Downing denied. Joe Hart earning his corner here.
What's the corner straight off the training ground? He strikes it well, does Stuart Downing. It's a good volley. It takes a deflection just before it gets through to Joe Hart. That's what makes the save so good. Again, it's down low to his left-hand side, but again, the big goalkeeper makes a good stop.
Liverpool will try again. It's Daniel Agger this time, and he goes down, and that's a Liverpool penalty. Daniel Agger goes down under the challenge of Stefan Savic, and Liverpool have been awarded a penalty.
Well, it's Savic again. I think we saw him earlier on, one-on-one with Andy Carroll. Andy Carroll got the better of him. He does well for me, Daniel Agger, because the ball's a difficult one to take inside the 18-yard box. They missed the initial header to Man City, and then the foot's high, coming down the knee of Daniel Agger. I think just actually catches him just above the knee. It's a dangerous one to put your leg up like that as a defender. See there, coming down on the top of Daniel Agger. Not too many complaints from Man City players.
Well, Savic, who is in the wars at the weekend, who has now gifted Liverpool a chance to go in front in this League Cup semi-final. Well, we saw him score against Oldham on Friday from 12 yards. We also know about Liverpool's problems from the spot this season.
Bit of nonsense going on there from somebody in the crowd.
Steven Gerrard against his England teammate Joe Hart. The first big act of the League Cup semi-final, and Gerrard is as cool as ever. Perfect start for Liverpool. A big smile from Kenny Dalglish. First blood to the Reds.
Well, I think it's what Liverpool really deserved. They started the game really positively. Mistake from Savic, I think, making the challenge on Daniel Agger, but take nothing away from that man there, Steven Gerrard, the Liverpool captain. It's a wonderful penalty. Always going away from Joe Hart. It's a good height as well for Liverpool. Down low, finds the bottom corner, and you can't get many better starts than that.
Glenn Johnson. Gerrard forward. Downing will chase along with Carroll. Joe Hart's clearance isn't brilliant. That's Jay Spearing. Bellamy. Kelly is making ground. Jay Spearing has just gone down here.
Well, I think that's the end of Jay Spearing's night, to be honest with you. I think just before he makes that pass out to the right hand side, he signals to the bench. I think it's his hamstring. Again, that's a massive blow for Liverpool's point of view.
Well, Charlie Adam is the straight swap on the bench tonight, and he can come straight on and fill in. It's disappointing for Liverpool.
Well, not just for Liverpool, it's massively disappointing for Jay Spearing as well. He's just really establishing himself once again in Liverpool's starting 11. I don't know if he's going to give it a go, but clearly think that his hamstring is a problem. Liverpool have to bring Charlie Adam on. I'm sure they wouldn't want to bring him on so early on in the game. You have to feel that there must have been some, even coming into the game, I think maybe there's been some touch and go with Jay Spearing. You just don't pull a hamstring making a pass like that. He started the game particularly well as well. He's been effective.
Well, a blow for Jay Spearing. Charlie Adam arrives. Here's Balotelli. And Charlie Adam came back but came across the Italian. It's a Manchester City free kick. And there is a little flare up as well.
Well, Charlie Adam just gets his body across him, doesn't he? He's coming from the wrong side. And then I'm not quite sure if he goes to try and pick Mario Balotelli up or not, but I think it's just a pat on the head to James Milner. Does really well, jumps in between Balotelli and Charlie Adam. I think they obviously know exactly what he's like.
He's an angry young man. He's a character. Sent off, of course, at Anfield. Well, Liverpool sort out a defensive wall. City have offered very little as an attacking threat so far. And now on the half-hour mark, it's Balotelli, and that's the wall. Here's Martin Kelly. Craig Bellamy does well away from Clichy. Lescott did well to recover. This is Aguero who will try and get the ball away. Bellamy does really well, and Kelly will continue it on towards Andy Carroll with the header. Well, you have to say it's Liverpool who have created every opportunity so far.
Well, persistence pays off down the right hand side. It's a lovely ball in by young Martin Kelly, and Andy Carroll, give him all the credit, he does exceptionally well to get ahead of Savic. A difficult opportunity for him. He's got to generate the power himself with his neck muscles, and he does that, but he just can't get it on target.
Adam Johnson, James Milner, Away from Glenn Johnson, and gets it horribly wrong.
Disappointing from Man City's point of view. I think that suggests that he's not too happy with the way that Man City have started. Roberto Mancini.
And he's had his injury problems as well in the last couple of weeks. And Samir Nasri is to be introduced here for Mario Balotelli.
Well, Balotelli was a doubt before the game, him and Dzeko. Dzeko is on the bench, and certainly Nasri, I think, has had an illness for a few days, so the gamble to start Balotelli, it's not just quite paid off.
Well, disappointment for him. Straight off down the tunnel. That's a sign of an injured man. City have had problems keeping the ball. Referee says no foul against Aguero. And it took Steven Gerrard to get the ball away. A few questions were asked of the referee there. Here's Nasri. Beaten away by Reina.
He did well, Peperina, because that's come through a lot of bodies. I'm sure the Aguero shot in the league game was pretty much on his mind on that occasion as well.
Richards' attempted cross is blocked by Glenn Johnson. Andy Carroll. City fans are just getting a little restless, you feel. Savage. Rather ducked into that one. Clichy. Barry. Back towards Samir Nasri again. Here's Gareth Barry again. Clichy. Barry. Just trying to change direction. Stuart Downing is in the way. On by Carroll. Henderson will chase. Lescott back towards Barry. Milner. Clichy. De Jong. Savage. Richards. Away from Glenn Johnson, opening up here for Manchester City. Blazed over the top by James Milner.
Well, it's the first opportunity Man City have had, nearly at a half-time whistle, but he just outstrengths Glenn Johnson, does Micah Richards, drives into the area. And if there's one thing you could maybe criticise him, the ball back to that man there, Milner, was probably a little bit too hard.
Minute of the 3 allotted remain here at the City of Manchester Stadium, and City will end the first half with a corner.
Martin Kelly getting one on the nose for the cause. Liverpool, just before the half-time whistle, got a little bit of defending to do. They didn't defend corners against Man City that well in the league game. It cost them dearly. See if they've learnt a lesson.
Well, Milner takes. Liverpool do enough. Kelly it is who, just checking there's no blood there. Liverpool have failed to clear. It's Johnson. And a free kick to Manchester City, right on the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. It's a strong, forceful comeback this from the league leaders.
Well, it's right under the nose of Mr. Lee Mason. I think it's saying 20 seconds or something like that, Steven Gerrard. But it's a great opportunity for Man City. It's a good position. I've seen the danger of Milner, and certainly Johnson with his left foot.
Well, it's from this sort of position that Reina was beaten by Johnson a week ago, and Johnson saw his shot cannon back off the post. Lee Mason sorting out the defensive wall. Adam Johnson's only started 3 games in the last 3 months, but he's always a threat. Well, that's not. And that's half-time, and it's as good a first half for Liverpool as you could get. They lead through Steven Gerrard's penalty.
Well, they came back a little bit, Man City, towards the end of that game. That free kick there from Johnson, I think he's got to make sure he hits the turf. But in saying that, Liverpool have definitely dominated that first 45 minutes, but the game has still got a long way to go.
A quarter of the way through this League Cup semi-final, Liverpool are on the way to Wembley. Half-time here, Manchester City 0, Liverpool 1. That's Adam Johnson, Sergio Aguero, Martin Skrtel with the cover. City are just starting to look a threat.
Well, I think better movement from Man City. Johnson coming in off the touchline into that little pocket of space and trying to thread the pass through to Aguero. It's a similar position that Martin Skrtel gave away the penalty against Yaya Toure in the league game, but on that occasion made sure.
City come again with Milner. That's the goalkeepers. Pepe Reina wants to get on with it because Liverpool have space and they have a willing runner in Jordan Henderson. Downing and Bellamy wait in the penalty area. It's cleared away by Clichy. Always so quick to spot an opening.
Great distribution from Pepe Reina, and then it's a magnificent run from Jordan Henderson.
That's Adam. That's away by Savic. Henderson just stumbled as he tried to control it. And now it's City's turn to come. Clichy goes long and goes early. Skrtel was in control.
I just thought Jordan Henderson possibly took the wrong option. There was an opportunity maybe for him just to fire it across Joe Hart, have a shot at goal himself, but certainly a long busting run from the youngster.
Here is Clichy again, who's been busy in this second half so far, but he's a long way from home now, which is where Liverpool are heading. It's Kelly. Gareth Barry came in and did really well, and now Kelly's given it away. It's Sergio Aguero. Well, Liverpool survive. Just.
Well, it's what I was talking about. Concentration levels. Don't get casual, don't get slack. And on this occasion, Martin Kelly nearly presents Man City with their best opportunity. Well, he does present Man City with the best opportunity. All credit to Pepe Reina. He stands up, he makes it difficult for Aguero, and then he just forces the little Argentinian to put the shot over the crossbar.
Lescott. Clichy. Aguero. Barry. Not much in the middle. Away by Aga.
They've done that well on a couple of occasions, Man City. Barry reading the build-up play, third man running, ball gets knocked into the striker, he's on his way to make that extra man breaking from the middle of the park.
And Nasri takes the corner, and there's a header, and it's saved brilliantly by Reina to deny Micah Richards. Liverpool hold on to their lead.
Oh, he attacks it really well, does Micah Richards. Again, it's a relatively near post corner that Liverpool don't deal with. But the goalkeeper, Pepe Reina, does the business, makes the save.
Well, it is Stuart Downing that is making way. Jose Enrique is the man who is coming on. The first time he's come on as a substitute since the 13th of April 2010, when he came on for Newcastle in the Championship at Reading in a win at half-time. Here's Nigel de Jong. Nasri. Clichy. It's a lovely ball that certainly had Pepe Reina in 2 minds, but not Glenn Johnson.
Glenn Johnson showing all his international class and awareness there. Knew exactly where he was. Cushion on the chest, straight into his goalkeeper's hands.
Barry did enough. Nasri on for Aguero. Johnson has taken up a position. Aguero's caught everyone out, but not the goalkeeper.
Well, he got 3 Liverpool defenders going the wrong way, didn't he? But when he cuts back on his right-hand side there, you can see there he's driving over to his left. 3 defenders go with him, but he just doesn't get enough power and accuracy on the shot. Opens himself up. A little bit too predictable, especially going at that pace. He was never going to trouble Pepe Reina.
Johnson has a bang here, but there's a change anyway. Edin Dzeko, the Bosnian, to be introduced for Adam Johnson.
That's certainly the option that Man City have, and plan A, they've certainly got a plan B. He's a big, strong, powerful individual, Dzeko.
Henderson. Nasri. Liverpool give it away. It's Sergio Aguero. Nasri's making ground to get there. Aguero wants to use them all as a decoy, and it's a brilliant tackle by Glenn Johnson. Had to get it right and did.
Glenn Johnson gets us absolutely spot on. If you commit yourself like that, you just have to make sure you make full contact with the football and none with the player, and he does exactly that.
De Jong. Lovely turn by Samir Nasri. Dzeko. Nasri finds a yard. Can't keep his composure when it counts.
Well, they're certainly coming right back into this game now, Man City. I said, start of the second half, they lacked that little bit of guile, that little bit of ability on the edge of the box, in these little pockets of space. They look as if they found it. That man's been instrumental in it. Him and Aguero, combination of the two is working pretty well now.
Well, another change for City. Nigel De Jong for Kolarov. Interesting one. Attacking change.
Yeah, I think they're going to sacrifice De Jong as the hold midfield player. I think Barry will probably go in there and do that. Kolarov
Scored a wonderful goal at the weekend, free kick.
Well, we all know that he's got great ability with dead balls. That maybe be something in the thinking of Mancini as well.
Milner. Space for Nasri. Ball by Nasri. Really good save by Reina. That's a foul by Gareth Barry.
Well, we're playing 3 at the back, Man City, and certainly pushing forward. It's allowing them to get bodies forward, and on this occasion, can't be too often that we've seen Gareth Barry in this sort of position, near post. But he finds himself there, he attacks it pretty well, just doesn't have the pace to get across the goalkeeper, Pepe Reina. And in the end, Liverpool just do enough to get it cleared.
And another chance to freshen things up. Jamie Carragher is to be introduced here. Craig Bellamy makes way.
Well, I think that would suggest that the manager is quite happy with what he's got so far. Jamie Carragher coming on. I'm not quite sure where Jamie's going to play. Came on the last time, he played just in front of the back four.
Richards. That's forward for Gareth Barry. Clichy. Nasri. Richards. Across comes Enrique. Nasri with a cross. Away by Martin Kelly. Milner does well to get away from Steven Gerrard, but it's a low grubber from the England man.
Again, it's a little bit of frustration from Milner. He does obviously well, does James Milner. In the end, the shot's not the best one, dragging it with his left foot.
Oh, bit of afters. Nasri and Carragher. Valaros the latest to get involved, and it's all very, very unnecessary. Well, Nasri's certainly going to be booked.
You very seldom get just the one booking. I think Jamie will get booked as well. Not quite sure what went on, to be honest with you, but it's a tussle, isn't it? I don't see a great deal in it, to be honest with you.
Well, it wasted a bit more time. Never been shy coming forward, has it? Joleon Lescott. And City are gifting possession back to Liverpool there, much to Roberto Mancini's consternation. Are you watching the same game as me? I think that is the gist. Carroll.
He's worked hard, Andy Carroll. It's not been easy for him, especially this second 45. I think he's put himself about, he's made a nuisance of himself, but not really had a great deal of support as a big man. But he's tried hard, as I say, he's worked his socks off.
Well, here's Clichy. Nasri. Lescott. There's Richards. James Milner. Dzeko. And there's Aguero. And Liverpool again have enough red shirts back to deal with the danger.
I just think that's maybe what they lack at City this evening. That little bit of zip, a little bit of change of pace on the edge of the box, whether it be from the change of pace of the pass or the change of pace from the player himself. No David Silva, I don't think they have quite got that little cutting edge in there.
Well, Liverpool have sat back and invited City onto them. Liverpool have been on the road for all their games in the League Cup so far this season. Been drawn away now on the way from home for 5 successive League Cup ties. First time in the history that's happened. Like all the others this season, they're winning.
I mean, they had the lower league clubs to play early on in the competition, but certainly going away to Stoke, going away to Chelsea, coming away here in the first leg, 3 difficult ties, and they've acquitted themselves with great aplomb so far. Been a different Liverpool tonight. I think they've been hard to beat, they've been hard to break down. And certainly since they've got that goal in the second period, get bodies behind the ball, make it difficult for Man City. Certainly proved that way so far.
Steven Gerrard follows the names of Jamie O'Hara and Nenad Milias as the players to score against City in the League Cup this season. City won that game 5-2 at Wolves. Here's Milner. Clichy. Good recovery by Jose Enrique. That's a foul by Adam. Well, that's the 90 minutes up. 3 minutes of time, according to Mike Oliver, and City almost find themselves a leveller. Sergio Aguero was completely unmarked.
Well, he's not the biggest target in the 18-yard box, but he's got a great spring. He picks up a really good position. I think he's just behind Charlie Adam. Charlie Adam's got to come back a little bit. It'll make it more difficult for the ball to come into him. And that's a free header. And when he looks back on that, he'll probably feel that he should maybe have done a little bit better.
That's Clichy, high and hopeful. James Milner. Good read by Glenn Johnson. Now the big shout there is of whether that was two-footed, which is what the Manchester City fans were shouting about.
He's been really good tonight for me, Glenn Johnson. I think he's been exceptional.
Great tackle by Carroll, who felt he got the ball. Lee Mason felt otherwise. Delivered by James Milner. Header was by Andy Carroll. Clichy. Nasri. Carroll again. Comes to Savic. Well, that was a tumble by Dzeko, which was as daft as it was theatric.
I'll try everything now, Man City.
This is the first leg, isn't it? It is a two-legged tie, this. Well, here is that tackle. That's what Vincent Kompany was sent off for at the weekend, Gary.
No, you can't argue with that.
But, as everyone said in the wake of the Kompany tackle, there was no risk to the player it was challenging on. It was cleanly through the ball. But in the current climate, is what everyone will say. The referee applying some common sense. Well, this is the last chance for Manchester City to get into the Liverpool box and to create something. Not going to do it because Liverpool have the ball. Lee Mason's had a look at his watch. Manchester City have worked hard but not had enough. It's advantage Liverpool going into the second leg at Anfield. Kenny Dalglish's men earn a 1-0 win thanks to Steven Gerrard's penalty.
Well, I think they really have learnt from the league game where they lost here 3-0. They made it really difficult for Man City. Totally different performance from Liverpool, but it does get them the result, and a great result to take back to Anfield.
It was a game of two halves. Liverpool had the first, City the second. Liverpool have the win. It finishes at the Etihad. Manchester City 0, Liverpool 1.